backed into divorce court. Give Me Sex or I'll Cheat on You, James vs. James, season 25, episode 119. So let's jump straight into it.
Crazy title to begin with.
Crazy title. Spirit, Mrs. James. Sound like you a cheater already, Miss James.
Well, don't throw no conclusions just yet. Hold on. Got to hear the evidence.
You right.
Thank you very much. Mr. James, you say you have a breaking point in your marriage. You say your
Her portfolio is cute.
What is that?
And you can't seem to find a resolution.
Oh, got you.
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mrs. James, you've come to divorce court in hopes of saving your marriage. You say instead of pointing fingers, Mr. James should be focused on finding a resolution. Absolutely, Your Honor. Okay, so Mr. and Mrs. James, you've been married for 10 years, and you do have a daughter together, but there seems to be a major problem in this marriage. Mr. James, why are we in court today, sir?
Well, Your Honor, I'm at my wit's end. I have these divorce papers here today.
He's serious. He's serious. Hey,
There's infidelity.
I'm not gonna lie. You gotta be a terrible spouse
For them to have the papers ready.
for him to have the papers ready, and for a man to want to divorce you so bad that he probably brought her onto divorce court and brought the papers. Bro is bro is fed up.
I'm not passing judgment yet. I need to see what we talking about.
He fed up.
Give me sex or I'll cheat on you. I don't know. I gotta see.
He fed up.
Marriage, there has been mean, evil words, temper, and I can't do it no more. So I got these here for her to sign today.
I see the temper
Everybody
already.
help me to show you that I should still be in this marriage. Please let me know.
She
so
said I'm not
I
signing
can use
her.
it.
You heard what Mr. James had to say. What do you say, Mrs. James?
I love him. I don't want to leave him. I love him. But he has to work on some things himself.
So, Mr. James, Mrs. James says that it's not all on her, that you have added to the demise of this relationship. Why don't you take me back to how you all met and then what brought you to a point where you're in divorce court?
Well, I first met this lady right here. We were at a library. I caught her, and she was actually walking with like maybe 25 to 30 children's books, a lot of books in her hand.
Damn.
All the way to have fix up straight up.
She's strong as hell. She's about a 30.
I don't feel like we're exaggerating.
And got to know her, kind of, hey, we from the same
Unless
city.
it's like little,
And
you
they're
know,
on board.
flat.
We built a relationship, friendship, been there for each other, and I don't know how we got to this point right now.
So, Mrs. James, when the relationship started out, Mr. James was living in a homeless shelter.
Yes, ma'am.
And that didn't impact on Mrs. James and her becoming involved with you.
No, ma'am, not at all.
And then at some point, Mrs. James, fortunes changed, and Mr. James ended up being the one that had your back. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, two
Why is she
people
smiling
found
like
each
that?
other, and when it was necessary, they each had each other's back. Am I right, Mr. James?
Yes, ma'am.
And that's correct, Mrs. James, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. James, how did
She's
it
the
go
first
so
person I've
wrong?
ever seen
You
sitting
think
down.
that your wife is
I've seen
cheating?
people sitting down
Yes,
before.
Your Honor.
I don't know what her
She
reason
does-
is though. Usually it's
She
people like
sings,
that.
She raps. She was working with people that she does music with.
Disability or something.
And we was at the house, and she said she had to go record some music.
How late was it?
Why is she sitting over there looking at that man like
So
that?
you were
Exactly, Your Honor. But it didn't happen that way. She had to call and then decided to leave and go do that. And hey, from 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock,
What time did she come home?
7 o'clock. We had a whole another 60 minutes to it.
In the morning?
Yes, ma'am.
7 o'clock in the
What were
morning.
you doing up until 7 a.m.?
That's what I'm saying. You was dead.
There's nothing open.
besides them damn legs. Them legs is open. She was in pow towel. Bringing it around.
Look, what say you? What say you, baby?
Bro, what?
How do you explain 7 a.m.?
It's inexplicable.
What kind of American?
What?
Mrs.
James, what were you doing till 7 o'clock?
I think that's a different
Recording my
word.
music, John. This is not anything unusual. for a musician to do. We record from sundown all the way to sun up. I do this at home by myself.
Do it during the daytime also when there's daylight hours, regular 9 to 5 business hours too.
When the song comes, it has to come out.
So she has to
Some came already.
Wait a minute. From what I
So
understand,
she made
Mr.
music.
James
She had a
said that you
studio.
received a
There was a
phone
lot of
call,
coming.
and that's what made you respond to go out. Did the song come out, or are you telling me you just have to work at it until producers get?
It's a certain type of mood that you're in, and if I had access at that particular moment to do the song, then I'm running off and I'm doing what I do.
It took me whole days to let me know that, hey, I was with someone else.
I only said that because to make him be quiet. He always does not answer my questions, so hey, I don't owe you an explanation either.
Wait a minute, excuse me. You suspected that she was cheating that night, Mr. James, or that something untoward had occurred because she was out late. You questioned her about it.
Yes, y'all.
And when you questioned her about it, what did she say?
She didn't say nothing till a couple of days later and told me that she had cheated with him.
Mrs. James, you told your husband that you had cheated with someone?
Because that's what he accused me of.
Okay, there's nothing that anybody can do or say to make me say that I violated my marriage vows. Why would you confess to something that you did not do if you didn't do it?
He's done it to me before,
I've never
just playing with my head.
at all. I've never cheated with anybody at all in my whole entire life.
Look at
Have you
Shirley in
said
the
it?
back shaking her head.
I'm trying to see. I'm just trying to give her the benefit of the doubt. Has he said
No, Your Honor.
that he's ever cheated
So,
before?
Mrs. James, how did he, quote, do it to you?
He'll leave that openness of thought in me, and the questions don't get answered. I don't deserve his answers, so he doesn't deserve mine. He doesn't respect the truth. He don't deserve the truth.
But Your Honor, I also got another piece of evidence I'm going to let you know also.
What else happened?
I was at work. I got a call from Miss James over here saying that, hey, she wants to go promote her music across the country. And I was like, okay, that's fine. I think she's going to promote her music in our city or the next surrounding cities. But no, she decided to go on a cross-country trip to this state, that state, the other states.
Hold on. Didn't he just say she said that she was gonna promote her music across the country? Why did you expect she was gonna stay in the city if she said she was going across the country?
Yeah, I'm about to go promote my music across the country next door type shit. That nigga's.
Okay. And now, oh yeah, she going with state to state. Is that not across the country?
I think that's what across the country means. I think that's what that means.
In my vehicle that she took.
Who'd she go with?
Someone she does music with.
Mrs. James, you went on a multi-day cross-country trip with someone else?
What happened was, he knew I was going down the East Coast. Just so happened, I asked Mr. James, would you like to come with me? Please come with me. He said he didn't want to come with me. He doesn't want to come with me to follow my dreams, to pursue my dreams. He has left. And guess what? I need a man. I need a man to work with me. I am a woman, a solo female artist. So if I had a buddy who was ready to ride and Mr. James wasn't, I left.
Did you tell your
I feel like that's valid, but also you can't expect him to. He probably said, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and she told me.
I feel like what she's saying is valid. You know, definitely you don't necessarily want to be traveling by yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, people do it, but you know, it's not
Yeah.
the best thing as a young,
I understand.
slim, petite woman. You know what I'm saying? You get snatched up real quick.
Yeah.
Issue being though, why did she expect him to pick up and just go with her when he the one that's got the job right now? Like he's the one that's making the money.
Like you at home chilling, you got nothing but time.
Why do you
Nothing
expect
but
him to?
Time, space, and opportunity. Bro is putting in the hours. Like he gotta, like somebody gotta work. Shit.
Okay.
Okay.
Also, that she had sex with him too.
So you had intimate relations with this so-called cross-country buddy?
Yes. I had
Mmm.
needs, and he wasn't performing before I left.
So you thought it was okay to break your wedding vow?
Yeah, she could. I see why the papers. It's,
Drew up.
they probably signed
What
everything.
the
So you had intimate relations with this so-called cross-country buddy?
Yes.
reason to feel that way?
I have needs, and he wasn't performing before I left.
So you thought it was okay to break your wedding vows,
At the time, I thought we were going to be separated. I was leaving for good.
but you were taking his car.
That's our car,
Mr.
and he
James,
couldn't get it back either.
See what I'm talking about now?
well, Mr. James, you don't seem to care that you violated your wedding vows. It doesn't seem to bother you. You just went off with somebody for 10, 11, 12 days.
It's not how it seems.
10, 11, 12 days? She was gone 12 days?
I would feel like he could stay out there where he was.
Exactly.
Right.
Now, if he had done that, turned that around on you and said you stay exactly where you are. If you want to be a hoe, go be a hoe, but you're not going to be a hoe in my house.
Okay, start.
Look, everybody like, oh,
Okay.
wow. Okay.
Because you're not going to leave my house and go on a 10, 11 day binge with another man and think you're going to just roll back
I
out
was
with the
about to say
crib. It's gonna be
something
all right. I don't know a man that would agree with that.
Ridiculous.
I don't know a woman that would
I
agree
should
with
keep
that.
it. It's not that ridiculous to others, but
If you
it
had
would have
been
been
in that same
ridiculous.
position and he made a call for you, say he is a comedian and he wants to go on the road to promote his comedy, go out 10, 11 and he is going to bring with him a female because he needs companionship. You'd have told him to stay his behind right on out there and hope that lady gave him the companionship she needed to, because that's the only thing he gonna see if he come back in your house. Am I right or wrong?
Your Honor, at the time, we were going to be separated. I was
Going to be or
He
was?
was leaving me in the bed. He was telling me no. And guess what? I have a dream. If you don't want to go, you don't want to go, you're left.
Okay, so you left.
I left.
Now, why did you come back?
He begged me to.
Mr. James, were you
Her hair
aware
is huge.
that Mrs. James' intention
Yeah, I
was
think we
to
could have
leave you?
maybe made a different decision, you know.
No, Your Honor.
But
She
this-
said she
that's her,
wasn't
you know,
going
that's what she
to
do.
She was with someone in a vehicle. I didn't like the situation. I told her to come back.
You did?
I did. I asked her to come back. I did.
Why would you ask her to come back?
Because she don't need to be on the road with somebody else that's not me in the vehicle. It's
And
my car.
did you know?
My wife.
This in your car.
It's my wife.
It's our
Mhm.
car. Everything is ours.
Why do you say it's your car?
When did he find out she was cheating on him?
He's not in my family.
So in other words, regardless of whose car it was, you know it wasn't this extra man's car.
Exactly.
I get your point. I understand that your intimacy issues have really reared their head, and you feel very strongly that if he's not going to be intimate with you, you're going to seek intimacy elsewhere. Is that correct?
He tried to end my sex life, Your Honor.
Mr. James, what's your answer to Mrs. James?
She's so dead ass though.
I wonder if we have other influences on us.
If you'd like your case to be heard on divorce court, call us.
I feel like with how we carrying ourselves, like, do we partake in extracurricular activities or?
I would not be shocked.
Let me tell y'all something about my job. They gave me a surprise birthday party at my job. Everybody at my job brings a dish to the party. One of my coworkers brought some potato salad.
Okay.
It was made by hand.
Okay.
So my wife thinks to me,
Especially for you.
it won't just for me, it's for everybody. But she thinks it's for me because they had made
It's your birthday.
my birthday party. It might have been my birthday party, but there were other people there. For everyone, at the end of the party, they said, take the leftovers home. Took the leftovers home.
That's what
ate
normal
some.
people do.
And I ate some, and she's like, oh, so she made that especially for you.
No.
Oh,
No.
she's loving you at work. Oh, you're doing something with her. You're having a relationship with her at work.
The potato salad lady?
Over some potato salad. And it's not even that. I go to work, I work hard, go to work 8 o'clock in the morning, get off 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the evening. Come home to my wife, come home to my children.
After you ate her potato salad.
Potato salad for everyone.
Ate a little bit more than the potato salad.
It's a potato salad. It's a pop little birthday
I
party.
was eating all
And
right.
how did it manifest itself after this whole situation?
This whole thing lasted for like a whole year. Been booked for a whole
A
year.
year?
So what I did, I got frustrated, got fed up. So I called my coworker like, hey, tell her what the hell happened. What's going on with it? Because it's not nothing I want. I'm fed up with it.
So this had been a
I'm
conversation in your
trying to
family
figure
for over a year.
Yes.
And then you went
Off the
back to a
one,
coworker and said,
Like the one
"Please
time you
explain
had her
this
potato
woman
salad,
about
she
this
been
topic."
bringing it up for
She
years.
wanted to speak
Years.
to the coworker.
That's 'cause she
Okay,
out
so
here
you know what?
doing
I
whatever.
agree with you. Well, go ahead. Go go speak to her after that. After the conversation, she got real heated. She was up here, Your Honor. She was up there, and she was going off on the co-worker, going off on me.
You question this man eating a co-worker's potato salad when you got your tacky trifling behind in a car and went on the road.
I won't say no fight.
Okay,
Star is.
Hey, she on one today.
What?
Whole and tacky.
Trifling.
And
as
trifling,
well.
yeah.
That is the definition of trifling.
That's why she think he cheating though, cause she out here cheating.
Sex. That's trifling. So that's trifling. Watch her cry. That's trifling.
I
What's
understand
it?
that your
Her phone?
intimacy issues
Yeah.
have really reared their head, and you feel very strongly that if he's not going to be intimate with
You see how like she's something. She participate in something. She do something.
Yeah.
So,
Mr. James, what's your answer, Mrs. James?
I feel like Judge Mathis right now.
I'm there for her. I work a lot of hours. Before I was working overnight. Now I'm tired in the daytime.
Yeah,
Now I'm working during the daytime. And I got a long day of work. I
He went with my butt, Your Honor.
And just what she was saying about rubbing her butt, she was in a car accident. And with that, she's injured. I don't mind rubbing her butt. But at the same time, I'm not trying to be the one that's going to injure her even more for me doing it. It's not no prescription from a doctor saying, hey, you need to rub this from 4 in the evening to 5:30 in the evening.
I'm your wife.
I understand you're my wife, but at the same time,
What kind of injury? Mrs. James, I'm sorry, what kind of injury did you
I guess
sustain?
it's PT physical therapist, right?
It's like a S1 injury in my spine.
And the rubbing relieves the pressure or something on the spine, is that what it is?
All of it's aching, and I couldn't feel anything. Couldn't feel anything, Your Honor.
You can clearly
It's
see
not funny.
that there's a disconnect between the two of you. You are a 12 in terms of.
You think she acting? Is that why you was laughing?
Is this all the time?
It's a little bit of embellishment.
You are silly.
365 a year.
Bro, so he can rub her ass.
Yeah. Like, rub your wife butt.
I mean,
Mr.
yeah, rub her
James, you
butt.
came to court today because you wanted to know if this marriage can be salvaged. You wanted to hear my opinion.
Yes, ma'am.
Honestly, y'all are not even connected in any way. Whatever it is that Mrs. James needs, you're not fulfilling. And whatever it is you wanted for a wife, she's not it. If that's the life that you want for the rest of your life, then stay in the marriage. But if you want something more, sir, it's time to move on.
That's they don't need to be married anymore for real.
Kids don't have to be so grounded.
I just like, I guess what I'm a little confused at is that you're like upset about her going off cheating and everything, but also you're the same person that's asking her to come back. So like,
But you mad she cheating, but you ain't trying to put it on her either
This is
though.
what you got.
I
You
mean,
told me 24 hours a
you
day.
gonna starve her out?
7 days a year.
She
But if
said
you
she
want
over
something
here
more,
crying and shit.
ask me to serve the papers and I will. That's all I need to know. I'm never gonna tell somebody to leave their person, because I don't know if you like the drama and the toxic nature of it.
I'm not giving him a divorce. He ain't get one. Because when I asked for one, he ain't giving it to me.
what?
You ain't.
He turned him over real quick. He said, matter of fact, here, I don't even gotta think about it no more.
that was the last straw right there.
In my hand, but never once did anybody mention the small elephant in the room. That is a child that belongs to the two of you.
Oh
Not
shit,
one
they
time.
got a kid.
You haven't told me
I
anything
mean, he
about
said that
this child and how
he
this
coming home to his
toxic
kids.
Oh
marriage
yeah, you
has
did say
impacted on
that.
the
Take
child.
care of his
Yes,
family.
impact the children. Child, yes.
Who? I mean, I know you have children from a previous relationship, but you have a child together,
Yes.
and that's a small child.
Yes.
I've stayed home, Your Honor, and been housewife for the last 5 years, put everything on hold, music on hold, don't go nowhere. I've been home making that child brilliant. I made that child brilliant.
Mr. James, what's going to happen with your son?
I guess he'll be taken care of.
So you're going to put a co-parenting situation in place?
If need be, yes.
Well, if I
If
serve
need
these
be, you
papers,
divorced.
I
Then.
can't make Mrs. James sign
Yeah.
them. But the moment I serve them, she has been served, and you can officially go into a court of law and start a proceeding, if that's what you want. Again,
It sounds like he don't want to get divorced for real.
He don't.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Not sorry.
I'm sorry. Go, sir. I'm sorry.
I beg your pardon?
Let's not serve him. Can we talk?
Of course you can talk. All I want to know is what my job is. Shall I put these papers in Robert's hand to give back to you or to serve on your wife? That's my role.
If she's willing to change, if she's willing to make a real change.
I need somebody to tell me what to do. Because frankly,
Please don't serve
if it was my decision, these papers would have been served a long time ago. But it's not. All I want to know is what to do. You know who Jimmy
I
was
think there's
when he
really
first
divorce
met Jimmy.
papers in there.
And Jimmy has not changed.
Yeah, probably.
Do you want the papers served or do you want the papers back?
Serve the papers. Serve the papers.
He don't know what he want to do.
He don't.
Where's Shorty's tears at? Where did they go?
She was acting.
Under normal circumstances, I sit here and I give a closing lecture, but to be honest with you, y'all don't need to hear anything else from me. This relationship has been over. It's a toxic mess, and if you stay in it, you are the one that has made your own bed. Can you spell fiasco?
How he said always gonna get me, bro. Be that bitch.
Mr. and Mrs. James, I have to tell you, I couldn't tell
Bro,
if
be
it
that
was
bitch tooted up.
Not that suited up. I wonder how much he get paid.
For real.
You don't got to say nothing about 2 words.
They were going back and forth, and that was the same exact thing that was going in the back of my mind. Is that this little poor little kid has been dealing with this for how many years?
And a mother that jumps in a car and goes off and disappears because quote she's not getting her needs met.
That was foul.
12 days though.
Excuse me.
That's a long time.
It is a long time. And what was happening with the kid at that point?
You don't give a fuck about him being brilliant.